origins, different blends, different bean varieties, some of the rarest chocolate in the world, some of my truffles, flavours in chocolate. So I'll show you around at the end, where everything is made by hand. We have no machinery. Everything is completely pure and natural. There's no preservatives, no flavouring of artificial kinds, no artificial stabilisers, no compounds, no concentrates. It's all fresh. So on this side, all the truffles, ganaches and caramels from leaving the shop have 7 days at this time of year. Christmas we have 2 weeks. There's a slight process change where we double boil cream and so on for the truffles, which then gives us another week's shelf time. We're about fresh is best, so we make constantly. If I put glucose in all of these, or sorbitol, or something horrible called humectant, which is an inverse sugar syrup like glucose, I could get up to 6 months shelf life. That's what glucose does. That's why your Mars bars last so long, and confectionery. We don't put it in, so it's a fresh product. So my raspberry ganache is raspberry puree, some organic unrefined sugar. We only use organic unrefined golden cast sugar like Muscovado or molasses from Billington. Some double cream and some chocolate. That's it. So it's a patisserie menu. Very seasonal, very fresh, which is why we run out sometimes. I know it's frustrating for you guys, but it does mean we're making more at that point, and it's even fresher the next day. I set the business up after being a patissier with my business partner James Cronin, who is one of the world's leading e-commerce companies. He's got the world's biggest e-commerce company, and he's the business side, I'm the creative side, and we run it as a small artisan business, which is what it is. We're not owned by big investors, which means we can react to things very quickly. We can make it boutique, friendly, reactive flavour. So if you set up an anniversary coming up, which is they say, oh, particularly we had this chocolate on our wedding night, which was champagne and strawberry. So you said, could you make a box of that for us? We can, because the production is here. You couldn't go to Godiva and do that. You couldn't go to a Chocolatier and do that, or a Coco. That's one of our selling points. You can have something made for you. As long as it's not the day before. Someone rang today wanting something on the same day, 5:30. As long as we've got a little bit of time, we can make what you want, and that's the beauty of having the production kitchen on site in each of our shops. Even in the city shop, below is the production kitchen. So most of the things in the city shop are made there, some are made here, and then the next third shop, which will be open either before Christmas or for Easter next year, not quite sure yet, then everything will be made in that shop, or that shop.
How did you make the shell?
The shell on this one is, it's the same as this. I mean, these are a bit psychedelic, and I didn't tell them too well. I did, because I said it's autumn, and so I thought it was autumn orange, but they've come off a bit psychedelic. I'll show you the shells downstairs, how we do it. We take cocoa butter and we add edible pigment into the cocoa butter and then paint it onto the mould in different layers. So some of the bars and things are being made not just by us, but by some of our friends and producers, particularly on the top shelf. Amano at this end from Utah. These are all very, very small producers. Amano at this side is made by a guy called Arthur Pollard. I'm going to pass a lot of the layers, pass it around so you can see them as well. There's only 3, sometimes 4 people in his company, depending how busy he is. It looks like a company that's bigger than that, but it's very small. Mass Brothers, we're the only people anywhere in the world outside Brooklyn and New York to stock and use Mass Brothers chocolate. Nobody else anywhere in the world has it. We've got the exclusive. Duffy's at the end. That is the best British chocolate you will ever taste. So what I did was write a book that had savoury recipes, sweet recipes, drinks, truffles, ganaches, things that you could use for different things. So for example, the fresh mint, garden mint ganache in the book. In the book it's represented as a cake covering, but it also is a truffle. You could roll it to make it into a truffle. You could, when it's warm, you could pour it over ice cream. So I make things that are familiar.